Okay, so, you know, I'm super excited about this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we're diving into a world of, well, all that glitz and glamour.
Ooh, sounds exciting.
It is. We're talking Golden Globes. Remember those sources you sent over in mentioned language of source? They got me thinking.
Yeah, the Golden Globes, huh? Lots to unpack there.
Exactly. I mean, everyone's heard of them, right? But, like, what's the real deal? What's the history?
Right.
Are you, like, prepping for a watch party? Or just, want to sound smart when they're on?
I mean, I always like knowing a bit more.
By the end of this, you'll be a total Golden Globes pro, I promise.
Challenge accepted.
All right, so let's start with the basics. What are they really? I mean, yeah, they're awards, but
Well, they're more than just, like, here's a shiny statue. The Golden Globes were all about recognizing excellence, both in film and television.
okay, but tons of award shows do that.
True, but what makes the Golden Globes unique is who's doing the recognizing. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association, the HFPA.
Ah, the HFPA. Those sources mention them. Something about international journalists.
Exactly. That's what sets the Golden Globes apart. It's not just American critics voting. You've got this whole global perspective.
So, like, a film from, say, France or Japan.
Could win a Golden Globe, yeah. They have categories for both domestic and foreign films, same for television.
Wow, so it's not just a Hollywood popularity contest.
Not exactly. It adds a layer of, I don't know, maybe prestige. Like you're getting recognized on an international stage.
That makes sense. I mean, winning a Golden Globe could really boost a filmmaker's career worldwide.
Oh, for sure. It's a big deal.
Okay, so speaking of history, our sources said the first ceremony was way back in 1944, right?
Yeah, January of 44. Can you
What
imagine?
was it like back then?
Well, it was a lot smaller, mostly focused on film. Television was still pretty new then.
No TV awards at all.
Nope, not until 1956. Kind of shows you how Hollywood was changing, right?
From the silver screen to the
Yeah,
small
towards the
screen.
high.
And now it's just like this massive event with a million categories.
I know, right?
Okay, let's try to name them all. There's Best Motion Picture. But of course, they split that one up.
Right. Best Motion Picture Drama and Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy.
Then you've got Best Director, Best Actor and Actress, both for drama, AD, musical comedy.
Don't forget, supporting actor and actress for both film and TV.
Well, and Best Screenplay, Best Original Score, Best Original Song.
It's like they try to cover every single aspect of filmmaking and television.
Seriously, I get lost. I need a spreadsheet to keep track.
Me too, sometimes.
But here's something I find really interesting. All these awards, all these categories, and it's just like 90 people deciding everything.
Yeah, around 90 members of the HFPA. That's who nominates and votes.
It seems kind of crazy, right? Such a small group having so much influence.
I mean, there have definitely been controversies over the years, people questioning whether it's truly representative, if it's too much power for such a small group.
It's a good point. Millions of people watch the Golden Globes, and it all comes down to those 90 votes.
Right, it's something to think about.
But hey, let's be honest, the Golden Globes are more than just the voting, right? There's the whole glamour aspect, the red carpet, the speeches.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a spectacle. But beneath all the glitz, there is a real purpose.
Okay, so what would you say that is?
Well, they're shining a light on talent, both in front of and behind the camera, giving filmmakers a platform, helping them get recognized.
And we talked about the international aspect, too.
Right, it's a global stage, potentially launching careers worldwide.
And then, of course, there's the whole Oscar bump thing. You win a Golden Globe, and suddenly you're an Oscar frontrunner.
It's definitely seen as a predictor for the Oscars.
Makes you wonder how much influence they actually have.
A lot, probably. But that's a whole other discussion.
Totally. Okay, so our sources also mentioned some, like, really iconic Golden Globes moments. Sidney Poitier, for example.
Oh, absolutely. His win for Best Actor in 1964 was huge. The first African-American actor to receive that award.
A landmark moment for sure. It changed Hollywood.
And it sent a powerful message about representation and equality in the film industry.
And then you've got Meryl Streep, the queen of the Golden Globes. 33 nominations, 8 wins.
That's a record that's probably never going to be broken.
She's won for everything, from dramas like Sophie's Choice to comedies like The Devil Wears Prada.
Talk about range.
And it shows how the Golden Globes can, like, capture these cultural milestones.
Yeah, they're not just about the awards themselves, but also The context, the history, the impact.
Our sources also mention the 2017 ceremony.
Oh, right. A lot of powerful speeches that year, protests against social injustice.
It became a platform for something bigger, you know?
Exactly. It showed how the Golden Globes can reflect the social and political climate, spark important conversations.
So it's clear the Golden Globes are, well, more than meets the eye.
Way more.
We've covered a lot of ground here, but
Yeah.
there's always more to explore, right?
Definitely.
It's a rabbit hole.
And, going back to the whole international thing,
Yeah.
it makes you think, right?
About what? Well, does that global perspective make the Golden Globes more or less relevant to American audiences?
That's a good question.
Something to ponder, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'll have to think about that.